Shalom, family. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb. For you must forgive me for the hiatus. It was a self-imposed hiatus. But on the other side of it, you have to understand that sometimes some situations must be given time to develop. This is not checkers. It is chess. After every move, there is an unlimited number of possible moves for your opponent to make. So the game is played slow for me. I'm going through some vehicle problems. And I'm at 100 degrees. They're fighting for their lives at 1,000 degrees. It put things in proper perspective. It's too bad that it took us sending unto Israel a fire, a flood, and a sandstorm for them to finally to get the message. You understand that the Chinese government not only helped Gaza and all parties that made this possible, a huge thank you, be it recalcitrant or not. Be it recalcitrant or not. So we have much to be pleased of. We have much to be pleased of what has transpired in the last couple of weeks. I may not personally, but the world has something to be pleased, a reason to be pleased. Change. But that's okay. We answered your question. No one is out of our reach. No one. And you set the standard. You set the standard. You set the strategy. You set the tactics. So once you set a standard of inhumanity, violence, warfare, and other things, then that is the standard that you will be held to. And that very same standard and that devaluation of life will enter into your life. You must accept the premise, but they must rise to the occasion. What I'm saying is, if someone dehumanizes you, then it is incumbent upon you as a matter of survival that you dehumanize them. Period. It is a matter of survival. Think about that. While we know that there were other parties involved in this shipment of food, water, and medicine to the Palestinians, they still cry out. Their babies lie underneath the rubble. Imagine this. Bombs dropping, and they chase you over there. Then they drop bombs there, and they chase you over there. Each time that they're killing hundreds of people. And you repeat this process over and over and over and over. It is a form of psychological warfare worse than the bombs themselves. Worse than the bombs themselves. If I were the Palestinians, I would just rush the damn border by the tens of thousands. Make them the monsters who they are. Big bombs, but small all the same. They have taught them. Well, I'm not here to besmirch the Israelis. I'm in a relatively good mood, and it is an honorable day. It is honorable. I start the day with tears because I knew that I didn't fail my father, and my father had not failed me. We said that we would do this to them. And you hadn't seen anything. I'm fully prepared to wipe the country off the map with them still in it, if this continues deep. But like I said, it's a damn shame that it took a sandstorm, unlike what has ever been seen. And that's just a half of it. So I ask you again, when do small men lead you into death? A small man led you into standing against God to the point where he was forced to answer you. You call his creations animals? You call them animals? As in, can't nobody stop us, then God takes notice. And I most certainly am going to take notice, because understand something. There can only be one. I am the only one that gets to say at this level what is and what ain't. At this level. So we find it offensive, quite offensive, for any man, anywhere, to beat his chest in God's face. It is an insult. Be careful with that one. Mockery and blasphemy will not be tolerated. Almighty even snuck into the theater, one of them cold ones. They're going to be listening for the snap of the can, so I hope you brought a bottle. Okay? They real good on man catching cans of beer, because they can hear the tab snap. But anyway, there can only be one. You, mankind, are kings. You are princes. You are presidents. You are premiers. You are senators. You are mayors. That's at your level. I don't say this arrogantly. I say this as a warning, so you don't make certain mistakes. You don't make certain mistakes. You're not qualified to compete with me by no standard. Are you qualified? I operate off of two things, well, maybe three. Love and rage. Love and rage. I don't feel sadness. I don't have that emotional set that you have that allows what it does. And you're not even you. At any rate, it is a good thing. In 2 weeks, did you think that would last? Anyway, how long did you think that would last? Again, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your enemy. I never was your enemy. To be straight, I come to get what's mine and then leave. And by mine, biblically and spiritually, it's mine. But anyway, even that is beside the point. The point that I'm trying to make, once again, at least for the third time, rulers of the world, all the way down to the members of, say, cartels who got drugs, is relatively simple. Come and get what's ours and slay everything else. Come and get what's ours and slay everything else. See, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. But back to what I was saying, though. This morning, the sight of the equivalent of a C-130 cargo plane escorted by 8 to 10 Chinese MiGs over Israel, and the mighty IDF did not fire a shot at them. Not one shot. Not even one of his most hateful citizens dared to pull out. And let's just put it this way. I'm feral. You know how a cat or dog can go feral? Well, I'm feral. Okay? And as me being feral, every situation has the color of urgency. Every situation, I look at every possibility and I go straight to the worst possible scenario. And my bad, but I kind of get hung up there a minute, or maybe more than a minute, maybe even a few hours. Looks like a vulnerability. That's why feral animals, they never come fully out of the woods. They stay right on the edge of the woods. They're not going out nowhere in that open field. And if they so much as smell your scent or see you, they out of there, back into the woods, because they're feral. That was your cat yesterday. This cat been out here hunting bugs and mice and surviving hawks and owls, and you still think that this is your cat. No, not really. Not really. He's reverted back to wild. You have no idea how deeply it is analyzed for every possible twist and turn, every possible conclusion. But I'm beside the point again. It's been a good week. We are growing by leaps and bounds. We're growing by leaps and bounds. I cannot complain. Yet I do. Yet I do. Maybe that's because I'm impatient. Maybe because I have the sense of urgency that we're running out of time and I'm putting too much emphasis on my lifespan. And when I put too much emphasis on my life, I know, look at how we started this. I started out wanting to kill everybody. Now I only want to kill a few people, relatively speaking. Is 7 billion on the earth? Well, I just need a little bit of them, a certain percentage, which is going to translate into hundreds of millions. But you're looking at it the wrong way. You can spare those. I know what you're thinking, that there's something wrong with my thinking. Okay, the devil would have prepared that those doors not be open, but now they are. Anyway, get a Bible. We are growing by leaps and bounds, folks. Sevens are everywhere. Sevens and 144s and 14s and 5s are everywhere. 11s are everywhere. Love is growing. The need for the defense of all that is good is growing. And you're starting to understand that. And you're starting to fear me less and less and less. Anyway, see, it was about robbery. We robbed you. We robbed you of your ignorance. We robbed you of your ignorance. See, your parents may have went to their, your great-grandparents may have went to their grave in ignorance and in confusion, not understanding that what the real truth is. That can be looked at as a mercy unto them because they will be judged differently than you because you know what the truth is. So for you to choose opposite of the truth, then that's just what it is. That too has repercussions. I ask God, why do you care what we do to them? Just turn us loose and you go back to sleep. When you wake up again, the job is done. You won't hear them scream. You won't hear them beg. You won't even hear their prayers. Just turn away. You know I lost that argument, right? But he did hear it. And he knew I meant business. He just stood firmly against it. Not only that, I'm pretty sure he had the angels ready just in case I bucked me. I was well focused. I was in my zone. The rain wasn't even touching me. It's a mighty storm, and I'm walking through it bone dry. I was in raw form. And then these guys showed up. That's just hypothetical. But that's how it would have went. I'm about sure of it. If I didn't reach understanding with both him and his word and the mission and understand my opinion, even me being who I am, has a limit. No part of that. And because I can't die like that, I have to die in a specific manner that's quite horrible. And I will be reverse engineered out of existence. There ain't no other way. because he's going to be that angry and have to do a lot upon this planet that has nothing to do with his word. But I will die by being peeled like an onion, layer by layer by layer by layer until you get to the core. There's no way, there's nowhere to go with this except this already written conclusion. Nowhere to go with this. So while we've offered other remedies like separation, therefore, if we separate, we don't have to do what we have to do in the manner that we're gonna do it, because you are no longer harming good. So half the rap is gone. Now we're only dealing with what's in the court in The Hague. And then he met me. Now, to be fair, because I don't want anyone to truly think I'm evil. I'm capable of very dark things. What you would call dark, but to me, it's just a matter of acting. It's a matter of using the tools or the weapons that I've been given. And this is not a scalpel. This is not a scalpel. This is a butcher's knife. Okay? There's a difference. This is not a scalpel. This is a butcher's knife. They don't do the same job. I think I can leave that right there. I don't think that you can be angry enough to resist. I really don't think any human using logic, living in a twilight zone, like we're living right now. If my voice is in your head and it's in the head of 7 billion right now, in their language, that's the twilight zone. That's Tales from the Dark Side. You know how easy it is to make it in? God, I tell you, you and your mercy. His mercy and love is just beyond me. Do it seem like I have the love and mercy of him? I don't have the love and mercy of God. I'm a destroyer. Shit. I'm a different beast. I've already died once and then kept dying over and over and over. It made me a beast, an animal. So now all I want is my sheep, and those who have chose to follow me. But my sheep are mine. And those who act like you shot my mama. Not just shot her, but shot her in front of me. And then left me alive. Well, I don't know what that was about. Maybe you thought I was just a young boy. But I remembered. And now we hunt. But we're off the beaten path. This don't take hard work. Choose. Do you want to go into a place that there is no escape, nothing but suffering, nothing but mystery, but misery and noise consistently? You ain't even gotten to the fire part of it yet. He won't hear you. No matter how you suffer, how you try to redeem yourself, it's too late. It'll be too late. So I don't want that for you. I really don't. I don't want that for you. It is a desecration of God's most sacred creation. You. So we're more than pissed to be put in the position of having at the same time. You're the most important thing in the whole universe. You will do nothing but cry. And if we ask you to speak, he would have to command you to speak because you wouldn't be able to. If he wanted you to stand up, he would have to stand you up because you won't be able to. This is the true feeling of his love. Think about that. So something that loves like that, imagine what the other side of his love is. If you do this thing, because at the end of the day, the issue is not you. The issue is one of spirituality. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about that either. There's no reason to aggravate what is. It's just not. That realm will get aggravated, and then I in turn will end up aggravated. And before you know it, my mind is replaying everything. You have no idea how my mind works. As I close my eyes, everything and every word is out. And if the answer is yes, why are we taking the long road that you normally go? First, you have to hurt each other. Then you have to put sanction each other. Then you have to prep the battlefield. Then you have to mess with the food and mess with the water. And then you finally confront each other when you feel comfortable enough with the battlefield. You'll have no such opportunity here. We see the entire world as a battlefield. So, premise as men that we're going to war. Okay? No need to beat around the bush. No need to drag it out. No need to avoid the inevitable. No need to think about, do I want to assassinate him, have a drone strike, what kind of plot or plan? That's so unnecessary. This is unnecessary and quite childish from our perspective. I'm going to tell you now, I can't do that thing like dying that the demons and the spirits do. I don't do that thing. I did that thing when thing's right. And again, it's a lot of work to be done because you fix the entire system based on power and money and resources, not on good, not on love, not on harmony, not on unity, but one of despair and competition for the same resources. So what would someone like me do? I know I'm moving a little fast, but you can keep up because you're smart tonight. And it's early still, so you ain't quite drunk. Okay? So keep up. What you put your glass down for? Have another sip. As a prime minister, it's your business as a politician. Handle your business. But when your business goes unhandled and it causes human life, human suffering, then I have no choice but to operate at the level that I'm at, which is above you. Which is above you. But we respect every position that you have, because without you being there, that would be chaos. There would be chaos. And I'm going to wrap this up about here. Hardest thing on the planet. I give you strength because you got a 7-pound brain, and every wild animal understands that if you mistake this food for not having sharp teeth, not having sharp claws, and thick fur and thick skin, and you try to take that man, you could lose your life. This is the advantage of his 7-pound brain. That's how you survive. You can't stop any savage beast out here. It's the size of your brain that keeps you alive. So I'm asking you to use your brain. Listen, I can go 10 days at least without food. I can go a week with no water. What say you? I can hold my breath for 7 or 8 minutes. Man, listen, I have to remind myself to breathe. That's how my life is. Imagine that. I can forget to breathe. Are you like that? Well, I am. Anyway, as I can because I really don't want to hurt anyone. It really hurts me. I may not show it, but it hurts me because that's how I'm built. I will still do it because there's nothing that I won't do in in the terms of achieving the mission objective. There's nothing, but it doesn't mean that it's something that I want to do. No, it's always something I was forced into doing. Or you somehow just I am one. And remember, no matter what you've done, whoever, man, terms like you, I, we, see, that when you know what you, man, listen, it doesn't matter. God will want me to tell you this. Ain't nothing that you've did so vile or so bad that he can't deal with. Okay? There's only a few, man, there is a minuscule number of reasons that he wouldn't want to deal with you. And they're all on the level of outright devilishness. I'm talking about as being. The truth of the matter is, man was never meant to be destroyed. He brought that on himself. Man was never meant to die. He brought that on himself. He did that. He was never meant to die. But now we're here. That's all old history now. So think about what I said. God loves you. I've already told you who I am, but this is how I end my audios. I am source. I am seven. I am one.